Welcome, everybody, to Saves Together, the podcast about playing games together, whether that means co-op or passing the controller back and forth or just playing the same game at the same time. It doesn't matter how. It only matters that it's together because...
when you save together, you stay together.
This is episode 71. Is that right? I actually forgot.
Yeah.
I remembered I forgot. 71. And you know what? You know what, Grace?
What?
I realized holiday gift guide season is coming to a close, which means Game of the
Darn.
Year season is coming to an open.
Yay!
And it's time for us to do our Game of the Year stuff.
If you haven't bought your gifts by now, you're definitely too late. Because this
big
comes
time.
out in January.
This comes out in January. You're a bad...
We're recording this on the 20-somethingth.
We're recording this on the 19th of December.
It's not only the 19th?
Yes, it is.
Damn. Anyway, it's almost Christmas. So even if you haven't bought your gifts by today, you're probably too late too.
I mean, I just got some yesterday and they arrived in 4 hours.
Well, we won't talk about the Zon. That's what I call Amazon now.
Yeah, don't use Amazon.
Don't use the Zon.
But if you have to, because it is convenient.
Listen.
No, you shouldn't. No, that's bad.
Jeff
bad.
Bezos.
Yes.
Yes.
But this is this is the third annual Saves Together shoutouts. Third? Is this the fourth?
Third.
This is the third for sure?
For sure.
Okay, this is the third annual Saves Together shoutouts episode, and we do things a little bit differently. Down here, we do things a little bit differently.
I'm going downtown.
Any game that was released this year is eligible for a shoutout, and any game we had an episode on. So, honestly, I think we only played stuff that came out this year. No, Operation Tango and Part-Time UFO.
Operation Tango didn't come out this year?
Maybe it did. Honestly, I don't remember
think
anymore.
it did.
But so the game does not have to have released in 2021 to be eligible for our
True.
shoutouts here. And also, we're not picking this game is better than this game. This game wins, this game loses. It's more just celebrating cool games and people that make games.
It's a shout out.
It's a shout out.
It's well named because it means exactly what it says.
Yeah.
It's not best of.
So even if we award it the shout out, we still, other games are cool too. Let's get into it. Speaking of being better people, Toxic Gamer Award. That's our first shout out. And technically, I guess the award should go to us because we were turned into toxic gamers because of these games.
Listen, it's not an award, it's a shout out, but we did write
This
that
one's
in
funny
here.
that it's a award though because it's a negative.
Okay, that's fair
I do
enough.
think it's funny because we're really ragging on ourselves.
Yeah, that's true. I love ragging on myself. I do it all the time.
Yeah. And the two games in this category are either Monster Hunter Rise or Kiwi. And you can go back and listen to those episodes and figure out more specific details about why we put them in this category. But they really did turn us into beasts that truly I wasn't prepared for. I didn't know this was inside of me, this latent toxicity.
I knew it was inside of you, and I knew it was inside of me. But I think you actually were more toxic than I was for both of these games.
Oh, big time. Because I don't think I had any real toxicity traits, whereas you had a slight bit. Some would slip out, like Dive Kick and Smash Bros. It would slip out of you.
I think this just makes me angry. It's like with Mario Party, and I guess that's I don't know if it's toxic to just be really upset. It kind of is.
It is. That's a very big problem. It's just a game.
Yeah, but I don't curse.
So listen.
I say fuck you.
Monster Hunter Rise. We were mad that people playing with us were not playing right.
Yeah.
And that opened the floodgates. But then Kiwi.
I think Monster Hunter Rise was a funfunnier being toxic.
Monster Hunter Rise was a funny one. Kiwi was a legitimate one. And I'm sorry, okay? I've had
Kiwi
time
was
to
just
reflect
sad.
on my time as a Kiwi.
Being a Kiwi was the hardest job I've ever had, man.
It made me so stressed out and it ruined your fun. And I'm sorry. And I'd like to accept this award for Kiwi winning the Toxic Gamer Award.
Craig
This
wins
is bad.
the
This is just
Toxic
rude
Gamer
to
Award.
Kiwi. We shouldn't have done this.
No, it was it was more like the award for the game that turned you into a toxic gamer.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily meaning like it will turn everyone.
Right.
But it did for you.
And we just wanted to make sure that go play Kiwi. It's a good game.
Yeah, Kiwi's a great game. And maybe it makes you toxic, but maybe that's something you should discover for yourself, That's a plus in a different way.
There you go.
You're exploring
This award
all parts of yourself.
might help you find a new part of yourself that you hate.
These days I'm trying to be a little less black and white about your people. And, some bad things aren't necessarily always bad. I mean, they are bad, but they're not bad. You know what I mean? Anyway, think about it.
Space travel.
What?
Like, space travel's not all bad.
Sure,
But
right.
a lot of people are like, what about the oceans? And it's like, yeah, but
Let's not get into space travel.
what about the
It's very
what about
controversial
like the
for me.
meteoroids?
I don't care about space in the way you do, and I know
love
you hate
space.
that.
Guys, if you guys want to start space together, DM me.
You should play that game. It's on Game Pass.
I've
Game
already
Pass
played
Hype
it.
Award. Spoiler alert.
I've already played it.
Wait,
And
did
yes,
you really?
And it literally is in.
Was it
Shut
fun?
up.
Was it fun?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about it
in
later.
the award
All right,
for.
Fine.
So next,
So the next one is Marvelous Art,
marvelous art.
which we give to a game that, has some marvelous art. Does it need to be described anymore,
It's marvelous.
It's marvelous. It's
not,
artistic.
It's not like most realistic.
No, it's not.
It doesn't have to be most artistic. It just has to be marvelous.
So we had a couple of contendants. We had Psychonauts
Contendants?
2. Yeah.
No.
Okay. Well, we'll loop back to that. And then we have Ratchet and Clank, which I played. You played Ratchet and Clank too, right?
Yeah,
you
dude.
did.
He had his little nosy.
Yeah, but
his
I
little nosy
platinumed.
is so cute.
I platinumed it. Did you?
I platinumed it. No.
I
So
am
the Toxic
platinumed.
Gamer Award goes to Grace again.
And then the last one was Chicory, which I played. So none of these were co-op, but they're all games we played. And I think Chicory gets the shout out for the marvelous art because it's all about making art.
It's all about making marvelous art
And
where it
it's so
doesn't matter,
cute.
right? Like I've only seen a little of it, but
It just came out on Switch, so if you haven't played yet, I think I would prefer to play it on PC just because the way like you're constantly like drawing. But either way, if you don't have a PC to play it on, I think you should get it on Switch. It's a great game. It has a great little message. It's really super cute and fun. Good characters, good writing. I love drawing things.
is the character you play as named Chicory?
No, that's the character. So it's interesting because the character you play as, you name that character by saying what your favorite food is. And I didn't realize that. And I think I said chocolate. And then it was like, okay, your name's chocolate. I was like, oh, okay.
Nice.
But it's still cute. And then Chicory's the last wielder of the brush that you're their assistant. And so Chicory's going through like they're going through a crisis, and so you as Chocolate or whoever you name your little dog as, you get to take the brush next. So it's really fun, and I love everyone's named after kind of like a food. I'm pretty sure. I think that's the whole thing because chicory is like an herb, I believe. Chicory is a food. It's a great
Chicory
game.
main character for Smash,
That would be cute.
but I guess Smash is done, so now it has to be for Multiverses
Listen,
or Nickelodeon.
is that the one with Arya Stark?
Yeah.
Moving on. That was the game.
That's
of
the
the
one
year.
time. That's the one time you get to say moving on. We've used our moving on quota.
Okay, I'll try to remember, but I have a very bad brain. So
Next. Can't wait to start. Now this category is all about games we haven't played yet, but we are very much looking forward to. They might not even be out. Which maybe is not a fair award.
It's also the award for Game of the Year that's most anticipated game.
Most
award.
anticipated.
Whereas I think the same game won for the last 2 years.
No,
Yes.
I don't think it did. Oh, you mean the 2 years before the same game? I don't know if that's true.
It did. What was it, by the way?
Here at Saves Together, we definitely remember who we award what.
All right, doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. We don't care about
I am going to start a spreadsheet of the winners of each category for each year because that's interesting data to me. But currently, we don't have it.
Oh,
this
I'm talking
year,
about Game of the Year, Craig. Game of the Year is not what we do. It's Game of the Year by Jeff Keighley. So the last one that won most anticipated game was the one that won last year.
Oh, you're talking about the Game Awards?
Yeah.
Why are we talking about the Game Awards? We
'Cause
are
I
way more interesting
was trying
than
to
Jeffrey
relate it
Keighley.
back to something people had all seen. That's all.
I'm just kidding, Jeff Keighley. If you're listening to this, thank you so much, dude. You're so cool.
I don't know, dude. You're fine.
Shh. He might be listening to this. He's looking for the next big talent to replace him.
Okay, fair enough.
We're a forced dyad.
This is Succession, but it's Jeff Keighley's at the top.
That's a joke I don't get, but as Jeff Keighley's ass gets
Dude,
bigger,
do you know what
he gets more
Succession,
evil.
the word means?
Yes, I do know what that word
Okay,
means.
then you get it. It's the point of the whole show.
I know, but like I thought you were gonna be like, and then Greg said, and I was like, I don't.
Dude, cousin Greg did. All right.
Can't wait to start. On this list, we've got the contendinators. What did you call them? Contenders?
Contendants.
Contendants.
I'm gonna Google
The
if that's
list
a
of
word. Dude.
contendants.
That's a word.
Not
Contendants.
contestants.
Contendants. Wait.
Contendinators.
Ready?
It's the contenders. You know that,
Okay,
right?
it's
The word
not.
is contender.
Contendant is a word, but I mean, yes, I know now.
It means you're content.
It's a noun, contendant, and antagonist, a contestant. Wait, a
Oh
contestant?
my god.
Contendant definition, a contender. I'm
Ugh.
so right,
I
dude.
hate this language. Okay, here we go. The contenders.
It's obsolete. It
The
says
contendant.
obsolete.
It's definitely obsolete.
Rude. Yeah, okay. What are the contenders? Baldur's Gate 3.
Is this my category or yours? You can read it.
I was having fun.
ahead.
Monhan DLC Sunbreak. That's exciting. Halo co-op, because there's no co-op in the game yet. And Grounded.
Yes. So
Big bugs.
the only one we can actually play right now if we wanted would be Grounded. And I'm
we could
excited.
play Baldur's Gate 3. It's just not finished.
But it's also not. Is it co-op though?
Oh, no, I don't think
I sort
so.
of would assume
No, it's
that's not
It's
coming
not.
until it's finished, right?
Yeah.
So Grounded is the only one we could pick up the sticks right now and go play. And I am excited to do that. Are you? What's your feeling on Grounded?
Irrelevant to me.
You don't have any interest?
Indifferent.
Interesting.
Indifferent
scared of
doesn't mean no
spiders?
interest.
You
Well, it does
scared
mean
of
that.
spiders?
No, I mean, I'll play it, but I'm not excited for it, so it doesn't win.
Grace's Scared of Spiders award.
Halo co-op is probably what we can't wait to start the most.
Yes, and the reason for that is one, Monster Hunter is kind of a known quantity. I am still so hype for that DLC, Sunbreak. But I know what I'm getting into, you know? It's still going to be cool when we get there. And then Baldur's Gate 3, we have no idea if we're even playing that next year. We don't even know if we're playing that in 2023.
Me running around my Mega Man cat and my Okami dog, and I look like
Sonic.
The Witcher. That's not
The Witch is in
anymore.
World, but good try.
Check out The Witcher Season 2 on Netflix, streaming now.
So Halo co-op. We were going to maybe do an episode on Master Chief Collection at some point. Like that's in our backlog, right?
Sure.
But why not just play this one that I'm playing the multiplayer of?
One day when it comes
You know?
out.
So whenever the co-op is out
there a
for
date yet,
Halo,
or what?
I think it's like summer.
Oh, yeah,
But-
I like Halo. I get in the ship, I shoot. You know?
Yeah.
The Halo things.
Go around the disc.
Yeah.
But all the reviews are saying it's good. I'm not playing the single player. I'm going to wait to experience it co-op.
Sounds good.
So I'm pretty excited for that. And that's why it wins.
Can't wait to start.
Can't wait to start.
You gotta
Can we pay, or should I make?
Pay me to do this.
Yeah, should I make the can't wait to start? And then like
No. Maybe.
Craig's S rank.
Germa does it for his little show. It's funny. You gotta try this.
He has a you gotta try that?
No,
you're
this is
reading
ours.
yours.
I'm
Sorry.
doing the
Okay,
next
I
one.
thought, okay. So
My
the
kind
next
of transition is just going right to it.
Well, yeah, because doing the voice signifies to
Exactly.
the listener there's a transition here. So I think we should make these.
I'm making them right now.
Okay.
I'm just doing it on the fly.
Let's say it at the same time. Ready?
McFly.
We gotta say this at the same time.
Okay.
Ready? You gotta try this. That sounded so good, dude.
Maybe. I don't know. What if you listen to it, you're so annoyed?
It's
Take it
staying
out.
in because
Okay, so we've got a couple on here. Psychonauts 2. I haven't tried it and I want to. Oh, other people should also. Because Craig's played it.
This is you gotta try this like you,
someone
the
else.
listener.
Yeah, not
you
me.
gotta play this.
Yeah, this is a game that we feel maybe is a little bit going under the radar, perhaps, and that people need to check out. WarioWare is another one that we really liked and feel like you got to try this, obviously. Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania Monkey Target. Is that just like a mini game within the game?
Monkey Target is back and better than ever. Well, not as better than the original, but
Still
they
pretty
finally
good.
put Monkey Target in the game and didn't screw it up. A key component is rolling down the hill. So even when they put Monkey Target into the Banana Blitz collection or whatever that crap was, it was like shoot out of a cannon. That's not fun. I want to roll down a hill and feel like I have agency the whole time.
Very important factor. You must roll down the hill. And
Yes.
then the last one is Operation Tango, which is going to be our you got to try this. Because
So that there receives. You gotta try this.
That there. Yeah, this game was great. We really had a lot of fun. I think it surprised me and it was just exciting. It was like doing like escape room-esque things together in a video game, which I always want more of. There was that other game I don't think we did an episode on it, right?
We talked about it in the episode.
We talked about it multiple times.
We were here.
We didn't finish it, but games like that where you're doing this asynchronous co-op and you both have like very specific things you're doing to help each other out. I think that's really fun. I want more games like that.
But Operation Tango's a great one.
Yeah, it's really good because you get to play as spies and it's like very fun and it's not super stressful either. Like I was nervous being the spy that runs through the facility because I was like, I don't want to get chased or shot. I hate stealth, anything. But it really wasn't like that. It was pretty chill. So like there's a little bit of tension, but just enough that it wasn't a big deal to me. But
Have
I
you seen
had a good
Escape Simulator?
No.
It's escape rooms that you're in a 3D space and you're in a little escape room.
It's like a PC game?
Yeah.
That's
so
cool.
we should look into that because I think it looks very fun.
I told everyone at work on Wednesday we should go to an escape room together.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we should.
Then you find out who the big dogs are.
Then you find out who the real dum-dums are.
And you find out the idiots. The best thing about escape rooms, it really does bring out the, like, just pure, true person, I think.
Totally.
Timid. Oh, this person is timid. It's confirmed.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And
it's
this
like,
person's a leader.
Insane. That's
person's chaotic and doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
This person actually kind of cares about things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love escape rooms. They're just so fun and stupid. Like, you might think, if you've never done one, you should try it. If you think that, wow, that's stupid, that's gimmicky. Yes, it absolutely is both, but it's still fun. You know, you just go get your family, get the fam this holiday season and play the escape room.
In fact, we have an episode in the can that we never released.
I know. We should.
About an escape room we did at the holiday season.
We should honestly release it next year because I feel like I like to talk about escape rooms. Okay. Craig, take it away.
Ooh, nice transition. Biggest bop. This is one of my favorite categories of the year.
Wait, can we do it together?
Yeah. Biggest.
Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3.
Biggest bop. That sounded awesome.
Take it away.
So this is one of my favorite categories that we do each year because music is cool. Now, I will say...
True, dude.
I kind of forget...
Have you guys heard music lately?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know about music.
Do you guys know about this thing called music? Because it's sick.
So, I don't think we did this any of the other years, but I'm going to play like a little clip after because... I don't know, sue me. I don't make any money.
Do they do that for podcasts? Is there a DMC? Is there someone scanning all the podcasts?
Yeah, for sure.
There is.
And you can't play more than, I don't know what it actually is.
So it's 7, I thought it was always 7 seconds on TV. I thought it was 15,
but then other people are playing 30. And the way I see it is, we do not make any money from this. We're not popular.
As long as they don't like delete
we're cool.
it. It's
and
fine.
also we're about to, none of these are like real music. Like, sorry. It's not like we're about to play.
This isn't real.
We're not going to play the new Avril Lavigne record. We're going to play like
away,
game
Bruno
music
Mars.
critically while we critically say how cool they are. Okay.
Smoking out the window.
Wow, that was a remix. That was an interesting take on that song.
That was my take on Bruno Mars' song. Smoking out the
window. You made it.
Snap.
You made it kind of country a little bit.
I did.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. So from Deathloop, honestly, the whole soundtrack is great, but I tried to just narrow it down to the one that has the most, just feels the most like
Deathloopy.
What the whole soundtrack was.
Mm-hmm.
And I put 2. I couldn't decide.
Couldn't even decide on 1.
You have No Class by Eric Talaba. It's like playing on the radio. I think in world it's somebody's song they made. Well, yeah, like it's like a song playing on the radio.
Diegetic music, you would say?
Yes. Yeah. Nice, dude. Big word.
Strokes chin.
I like that song a lot, and I want to play a little bit of it right now.
Sitting in a bar, there's this girl. She demands a smoke. Hey girl, you're a joke.
So I don't necessarily think that's like the best song ever. It's kind of goofy. But
What
I
would you
think
say
that's
the best song ever is then, Craig?
Gorillaz, Clint Eastwood.
Wow, you didn't take enough time to think
My
about
Chemical Romance, I'm Not Okay.
that. Okay.
CKY, 96 Quite Bitter Beans.
Quite bitter beans?
Quite Bitter Beans.
All right, move on.
So I like that song. It is goofy, and I recognize that, and that's kind of what I like about it.
We love a goofy goof.
So let's just do the next. You want to just do the next Deathloop song?
Sure.
This is the one I actually think is more of a contendinator. I don't remember the word you made up.
Contendant. It's not made up. It's
Anonymous.
It's obsolete.
Anonymous by Tom Salta. That's Alexis Dorsey's kind of level theme, whatever. So we're going to play that right now. That song I like a lot because it, like I was saying, it kind of wraps up what the whole Deathloop soundtrack was. The music was great in that. It just had such a cool vibe. It's kind of sexy but mysterious, but jazzy but bluesy. I don't know. Cool soundtrack, cool game. You should check out Deathloop. I'm looking, specifically you, Grace. You should play Deathloop. But then you, the listener, should also play Deathloop. I think it'll be on Game Pass soon, frankly. Maybe not soon, but like it is a Bethesda joint. So after a year, probably, right? Because it's a PS4 exclusive, 5.
Oh, well, a
And
year
then-
is a while from.
No,
before.
didn't that come out in like May?
No.
I don't know.
No.
Do you want to do Delta Rune?
Sure. Deltarune. You know what's funny? Yesterday, I literally, first of all, let's just talk about how my brain works. I started watching a video essay about Cats, the musical, and why the music's bad in the new movie.
I want to
compared
watch
to
that
the
movie.
original musical. I actually found this was a great video essay. Really interesting. Oh my God, I forget who it's by.
You should figure that out.
Okay. I really enjoyed it because there's so much I didn't know about like what it's like to work in a live production of a musical. And this director that worked on Cats, he also did Les Mis, and how they did the music actor first. So the actor would sing and the orchestra would have to follow along with them, which is completely backwards, and that's why the music falls so flat in the movie. Anyway, great essay. The YouTube channel is Sideways, and it's called Why the Music in Cats 2019 is Worse Than You Thought. And it's really good. So I started watching that, and then I was thinking about Undertale, and then I was looking about leitmotifs in Undertale and all the music that happens in that, and then I was looking up Delta and all those leitmotifs. And Toby Fox, I'm telling you, man, he's great. I really like what he does with the music and on all the games that he's done. But Deltarune has a really great track that happens when you enter like the main world of chapter 2, which is called Cyber City. So let's play a little bit of that now.
And you can also hear our upstairs neighbors.
So Cyber City.
Wow, that song is good. Actually, legitimately it is. I like it.
It's such a little bop. I mean, all Toby Fox stuff is so good, but that's a bop. You just like dance around to it while you're playing that game. By the way, chapter 2 of Deltarune. That's so good, man.
Remember when we watched the Undertale concert? The symphonic concert thing?
That was
That
so
made me
good.
like the music. Like, I hadn't played the game. We've kind of discussed that on this before. That made me really like that Megalovania song in a way that, like, I guess I hadn't listened to it really. Because, like, wow, I love it. And now it's like it's good. That's a classic. That's a gaming classic. Certified gaming classic.
I know a soundtrack to a video game is good when it's like, I just will go and listen to it every so often for no reason. Like, it just, I'm just like, oh my God, I'm just listening to some Undertale music. And then it makes me want to play the game.
We were actually just talking about the other day how OSTs should release complete collection. Here's all the music, the menu music, the hold music, the
You're talking
middle
about vinyl,
level
right?
vinyl, but even the Spotify playlist.
Yeah, which they
But
do.
then they should also release basically like the best of
Greatest hits
one, because we just bought like the Persona 4 vinyl, and it's 4 discs. I don't think they're discs, but it's 4 records, and I only want to hear like 12 songs. You know what I mean? Like, they're all good. Everything on these collections. Final Fantasy Remake has some really awesome music. But when I go to the playlist of the album on Spotify,
that one's especially ridiculous. I
don't want to hear 100 songs that are like,
there's like
battle theme A,
112.
battle theme B.
It's like 70 hours. It's something insane.
Like, I would like to actually just hear the ones that I remember.
I will say the
or whatever.
Undertale soundtrack is mostly all good. Like, there's no skippables. But that's special. Most games, I agree.
When we release these OSTs, there should be 2 types.
Yeah.
The complete collection and the best of doesn't sound right because some menu music is the best. But, like the ones that you want to hear.
Greatest hits, yeah. We said.
Greatest hits, yeah.
So that's Cyber City.
So
next one I will do as well, because I do remember this one. The Cruise and Blast. Cruisin' Blast by Cruisin' Blast. I like what you wrote in here.
So I couldn't
What the
figure it
Hail
out.
Productions is
I think it's produced by
looked
What
it
the
up.
Hail Productions.
Yes, I looked this up, so I couldn't figure it out. Okay, all right.
And then
did
I
the
looked it
work.
up too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we couldn't figure out who the artist for this was.
So I'm sorry to whoever made Cruisin' Blast, but I think it'd be funny if their name was Cruisin' Blast.
Mr. Cruisin' Blast, named it after
Ladies and
himself.
gentlemen, Mr. Cruisin' Blast.
This was a great song. I really like the song.
This song
I
rules.
I so want to sing it right now, but I know
Don't, because
it's
you
too
won't
much.
hit it right. It'll be
But it's playing in my head.
unsettling.
It always.
I can't do it. That's
Come
wrong.
on, go cruising.
We tried.
Don't leave it in.
We
It will
might.
be so annoying. It's a great song, and that game is a great game.
That song encompasses that game perfectly.
Totally.
Stupid and awesome.
Like just over the top, but in a way that you're like, hell yeah.
Hail yeah. What the Hail Productions?
Yeah. All right, now you can do the last two here.
Monster Hunter Rise, Proof of a Hero, which in Rise, I think the composition in Rise is Satoshi Hori. And I think the original, because it's kind of a play on... Hey, by the way, earlier you said leitmotiv.
Mm-hmm.
Is it lead motif? Or
No,
is
it's
it
definitely
lead?
with a T.
1337? So
It's
is that...
L-E-I-T motif.
I don't actually know what that means,
So
but I think I
in-
get the concept.
Let me explain. In a song, sometimes a part of the melody or like a part of some of the notes can be used to reference a character or a location or
okay.
a theme.
Then-
And it's so Toby Fox uses it a lot
Yeah.
in his music. So you'll hear that same theme be played in a kind of a different way or the same way or a different tempo in a different song. And so it reminds you like, oh, this is that character subconsciously. It's really cool. And it's a fun way, especially in a video game, to like, to note back to things. So love it.
So it's not what's happening here where each game has this main theme since World. I guess it's only
no,
two
it's just
games.
then it's just a theme.
Okay.
Every game has a theme.
So then I think the original was Masato Koda, I think, who made it for World, this song. And let's play it right now. Sick. That song pumps me up. That song makes you want to play Monster Hunter
hell yeah,
very
man.
much. It's just
Makes
so
you want to go hunt a monster.
It's a good theme that like pumps you up. Like the Halo, honestly. The Halo.
Oh.
But then it goes ba 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 ba, and it's like, yo, I'm ready to shoot grunts
I'm
with
ready to
stickies.
get my Energy Sword Tuesdays, dude.
Dude, Energy Sword Tuesdays is tomorrow. It's not. But
All right.
do you want to participate in Energy Sword Tuesday with me?
No.
Damn it.
No.
And lastly, Jukebox Juicebox Memories. Jukebox Memories
This is
from
on
Christopher
purpose.
Eng from the game It Takes Two. And if you remember our episode on It Takes Two, we specifically shouted out how good this music is. And it's a whole level. It's a theme that continues to play the whole time because you're inside of a jukebox.
I think that was our favorite level too.
It
the
really,
attic.
truly, something about it, even on
Yeah.
our shitty TV speakers, something about that music was just flowing out the TV, into my controller, through my fingers, and into my brain, you know?
That's what happens, man.
So this is the one we're giving the shout out to. The biggest bop this year was It Takes Two Jukebox Memories
The
because
biggest bomb.
it incorporated
Mostly because it's co-op.
gameplay.
Let's be
And it's
real.
a co-op game, and the gameplay is about this song,
Yeah.
and the song is cool, and it's
Gives
like
you-
bluesy.
Gives a good vibe.
Ah,
Gives a
love
good
it.
atmosphere.
Let's play it real quick.
That's
And
the biggest
what if we
bop.
left that like playing gently underneath
You
as
could.
we talk about the rest of this category because it's so good.
Well, we're done with the category.
Yeah, I know.
All right, well there it is.
So thanks everybody for listening to that song.
So next we have.
Whoa, how about did we say enough about that? Like it won, and we're just kind of glazing over it.
I don't think so. I think we
Okay.
gave it its due.
Shout out to It Takes Two's Jukebox Memory.
I don't know what the leitmotifs are in this one. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't have more
It's
to
her,
say.
isn't it her going? I forgot. I don't remember how.
I
it
mean,
goes.
maybe.
Isn't it her little vocalization? Because she talks about like I used to love to sing.
God, that ending was so bizarre.
Yeah. So that's why It Takes Two is in this category. Yo, legitimately, this makes me want to talk about this. How did it win the Game Award?
No, who cares?
This is like that video essay you were watching before about Tales of Arise, where it's like, did we play the same game? It's good,
I mean, I
sure,
think it's good.
but
It's probably just because that guy, you know, he's a veteran of the
my
Game
God.
Awards.
Collusion.
Yes, is that what that word means?
Yes, it's
Okay.
colludinating.
Oh, colluded. He's a colludent.
He's a colludent.
This is a new category. This next one, but
Let's do it. Ready?
felt like
I'm ready.
it's so appropriate for us.
This is a very saves together category.
3, 2, 1.
Games we wish had plushies.
So, you know, we're plushie people. I'm just
We're
gonna
plushy
say
people.
it. I'm just gonna admit it. I'm not ashamed of
Also,
me.
though, merch for specific things, people. You know,
Yeah.
I like
but plushies are cute. They're fun. They're soft.
they're soft, they're cuddly, they're generally cheapish. They're
Generally a
affordable.
good
They're
price.
affordable.
Mhm.
Price to fun ratio is high.
So the first one I would say our honorable mention is
Wait. Before looking around the room,
I'm not.
don't look. Close your eyes. How many plushies do you think are in this room right now? You're
At
trying to
least
count,
3.
bro. 1,
there's
2,
1, 2.
3, 4,
Oh,
5,
there's a cow up
6,
there.
7, 8, 9, 10. Do you count this pillow?
With the Twitch pillow?
Yeah.
No.
10 plushies are in this room currently, and that's not even counting your Kirby
Did you
mouse pad.
count Pikachu over here?
Yes.
Okay.
How many are over to your right? I counted 2 over there. But
3.
okay, so there's 10 or 11.
Tiny one. Wow.
So you can tell we are plushy people. Some people are
So-
sitting in there like plush. You know those like collections that are just the entire bed is plushies. Just
So yeah,
some people are
we
in
don't
there
have
like,
any in our bed because
simpletons.
that's too much.
simpletons with their 10 plushies.
Well, the one plushie I keep in my bed, the special plushie, is Melody from Harvest Moon. I just named her that because I'm a child, but that's a cow. The bubble cow from Harvest Moon. They used to do these, by the way, that cow, well, I guess was the special edition. You had to pay a little extra, but they always do like a little plushie pre-order gift for the Harvest Moon games, and it's great.
We have that one. We have the strawberry one that
have
you're
my little
holding.
strawberry
But they
cow.
shrunk, dude. The
They
shrunkification.
shrunk. The shrunkification of America is real, dude. You get a Kit Kat bar these days, it's Kit Kat Bites. Where's my Kit Kat bar? I don't know.
Don't we also have the wombat, the tiny little capybara?
The capybara, yeah. It's not a wombat.
Same thing, man.
It's a capybara. Okay, so the first honorable mention, the one honorable mention is Pyoro from WarioWare, who is
Pyoro.
the best character. Pyoro.
Pyoro rules, and they don't make a plushie for it.
They should. He's
they
such a
should.
cute. A lot of the designs in WarioWare I really like. I was
Honestly,
talking
yeah.
about the art during the episode. I really like all the art you get to unlock. It's great. It's great stuff. But I think the winner has to be Part-Time UFO, which we did an episode on this year. We played last year, but both years we have said out loud, "Damn, I wish I had a plushie for Part-Time UFO."
Yes.
Because that little guy is super cute.
I would love any merch from that game.
We found one, but I think it was in like a UFO machine from Japan. Like they didn't sell it officially.
Yeah.
So very
We found a fan-made Pyoro, and I might commission a Pyoro.
someone make him a Pyoro.
Somebody make me a Pyoro.
So yeah, Part-Time UFO wins
Part-Time
this
UFO.
for being super super cute.
And great game.
And it's a great
Go
game. You
play
should
it.
play that game. That's
Listen to our
you gotta
episode.
try this as well, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, cause that's a game I feel like people are like, "What?" But let me tell you, dude,
I
that
agree.
game's super fun and cute, and maybe makes you only slightly toxic.
Did it?
Depends
I don't
on-
think it did. That was a chill
no,
one
no.
for me.
I thought you were a little controlling sometimes.
Well, yeah, I got a controller in my hands. What do you
Dude,
expect?
remember when I put the flag in the thing?
So
It
cool-
was so
so-
good. That was
so
such.
good.
Why was that such a good
The
moment?
flag. So she's excited because the flag stuck in the ground like you'd think it would.
It's stuck in the Sunday.
Yeah. Like at the top, the
Like
little
like
flag.
you would want it to, but not totally expect
It wasn't a
to.
balance game. It's stuck in there with physics or whatever.
Ugh,
It was
so good, dude. Great game. What's next?
great. Next, another very saves togethery category.
3, 2, 1.
Animal noise of the year. It doesn't have to be an animal necessarily,
Animals in parentheses.
but usually it's an animal noise.
Like
And
we
it's
had the
like
chicken and the owl.
the chicken and the owl. The chicken from Stardew Valley, the owl from Terraria.
Dude, just saying the word chicken from Stardew Valley actually makes me want to actually play Stardew Valley. That
I'm
game
excited.
is so relaxing.
Yeah, I'm excited for Chocolatier Factory. Haunted.
Yes, the haunted chocolatier, whatever it's called.
I think that is
His next game.
Haunted Chocolatier.
Concerned Ape's next game looks really cool. Check it out. Not anywhere close to coming out. So.
I don't. Yeah, right.
One man band over there.
So the reason it's animal in parentheses noise of the year is because mostly it's going to be animals. But there is one part in a game that I guess could go in biggest bop, but it didn't feel right because it wasn't made for the game. It was licensed music put into a game. In Back for Blood, I was playing with someone else. I wasn't playing with Grace. There's a part where you have to keep a jukebox running to call zombies to you to distract them while you do something. I don't even remember the point. Anyways, you have to have a jukebox playing very loudly as zombies rush in. And you're in a bar, and we kick the jukebox on, and this is like random, the song that you get. There's like a playlist of, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 12 or 13 songs. We only played the level one time. We happened to get Tick Tick Boom by the Hives, which first of all reminded me of the Hives and how sick they are. And you're in a bar and this song is blasting and
So you can get
chaos.
different songs then? Yeah. Okay.
Black Betty, Spider Bait, Clutch, Electric Worry, that's probably a good one.
Is it random or can you choose?
You just kick the jukebox on
I
and
see.
it starts playing a song. And I think that's a very cool thing where it's like a random thing starts and the vibe that it sets, it's hard to like explain without having somebody see it happening, but it was like
That makes sense.
it was like bar fight chaos.
Yeah.
There's zombies pouring in from every section. You're spinning around shooting. Your buddy's in the background shooting someone behind the bar. Bottles are exploding. Tables are,
Mm-hmm.
And it was such a cool moment. And it can't win really because it really isn't noise. It's not a noise. It was a song that
It's
played.
almost like a best moment almost.
I
But yeah.
honestly, I would give it best moment, but we don't really have a category like that.
You can get like a secret category win.
So we threw it in here, even though maybe it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
And it's not the winner, but it's such a cool moment. I want to play just that level again, as like 6 times. But the shout out goes to an
Pyoro.
animal. Pyoro.
Oh, I spoiled it before you finished.
That's fine. It goes
you
to
should put
Pyoro.
it in. You should put it in here though.
Okay.
For sure.
That's what Pyoro sounds like in
Yeah.
WarioWare Inc. Get Together. Is that what it's called? Get It Together?
I think it's Get Together.
Get Together with Wario.
Yeah, I like it because it also depends on how long you hold the tongue out.
Yeah.
So the noise changes. So you
It'll-
can just go like that.
Or you can go. Meow.
It's also very Yoshi-esque.
Yeah. But
So-
Yoshi's noise. Well, Yoshi's a good noise.
Yoshi's a good noise, but arguably actually worse than the Pyoro noise. The
Pyoro noise
the
is-
tongue noise specifically.
Yeah. Like
It's
when,
still really good. The Yoshi's tongue noise is very good.
Okay.
Very important that noise be good for the Yoshi's Island, which is one of my favorite games. So
Yeah, but Pyoro takes it. The shout out. God, that's a good sound. It was so funny and fun to hear,
yes,
and that's what really makes it a good noise. Of the year.
WarioWare also had another really good sound for Mike. Remember, he had like a every time he shot out his like little thing. He had like a little
Oh, yeah.
robotic like singing noise. I liked that one as well. So
But
honorable
nothing beats
mention.
Pyoro. Pyoro
Nothing
is
beats
top dog, big penguin
Pyoro
boy.
is pure Pyoro. And this is actually a good, segue into the next game that wins. This is the same game that's winning our next category, basically. So
Oh wow! So skip ahead 5 minutes and
3, 2, 1.
Pizza
party
Party
game. of
the year.
WarioWare. I mean, you knew this was coming. Like,
You knew this was coming, guys.
let's get real. This is the pizza party game we played this year. Easy over everything else.
In fact, well, here's the only ones we played this year that we called pizza party games were Sackboy: A Big Adventure.
And
which
we
is-
and we decided, by the way,
which-
to recategorize that into sleepover game, which is a specific subsection of
The
pizza
pizza
party
party.
game.
It's
Because
true.
at a sleepover you have pizza, obviously, but you're sleeping over. It's just different. You're not going
It's a
home.
longer session with the same energy as a
Yes.
pizza party.
And you probably at some point say, "Hey, let's do a sleepover next weekend and get back to Sackboy." You know what I mean?
Yeah, we got
Same
to pick up where we
people.
left off. Same people, same crew comes back together.
So I like that as like a.
So to further complicate our already convoluted system,
it's funny.
there's now sleepover
Yeah,
award.
so Sackboy's
not an
actually
award.
a sleepover pizza party game. It's just a specific kind of pizza party game. It's a subcategory.
And then we said It Takes Two's mini games only
Yeah.
are a pizza party game.
Yeah.
Unrailed is a pizza party game. Part-Time UFO is a pizza party game. And WarioWare Get It Together is a pizza party game. So we didn't have terribly too many options, and none of them really encapsulated the pizza party game
Spirit.
spirit. The spirit and energy. The hot, boiling, crusty,
Greasy.
cheese, greasy energy. The
Yeah.
greasy energy.
Hey, we had a pizza last night called the Green Goblin Pizza.
We saw the Spider-Man movie,
We saw the Spider-Man.
and we won't say anything, even though by
I
the time you
liked
hear
it.
this, but it's good. It's great. But we had a pizza full of spider web. It was
We had
okay.
a pizza. It was pretty good. I liked it. It was just too much because we had a whole bowl of
It
fries
wasn't too much
beforehand.
food for me. I just didn't want spicy at the time. It has jalapenos on it,
It was good.
and it was good, but I didn't want that right then.
Oh my god, that pumpkin pie shake. Oh, we shouldn't talk about food. I'm so sorry. You're hungry.
Yeah,
Pumpkin
let's-
pie shake was good. Okay.
And Pumpkin Pie Shake
And-
Award goes to
What was it called? Like pumpkin pie bomb? That was stupid.
it's the Green Goblin Pumpkin Spice Bomb Milkshake or something.
So WarioWare wins.
So WarioWare wins. WarioWare wins.
Try sour cream on pizza. Not a bad combo, actually.
I think it had to be a spicy
I didn't
pizza
hate it.
though.
Yeah, I agree. It needs to soothe something that's
Yeah.
spicy on the pizza.
What
What about hot honey and sour cream?
We should try that later, but we're not. Even though it's the Pizza Party Game Award,
The pizza discussion
Shout
of
out.
the year.
WarioWare doesn't have anything to do with pizza. So, well, I
No.
mean, other than being a pizza party game. So I guess
He
I'm
likes
slamming
pizza.
you for talking about pizza for no reason.
Yeah, true. The hell? Rude.
But you should play WarioWare with people and eat pizza while you do it because it's nice, fast, fun, chaos. The end.
Next, we're getting into the categories that are specific.
We have two, aside from our
Categories.
S rank favorite games, we
Right.
have two categories that is more just like this one's for you to talk about games you like that I don't like. This one's for, you know.
Well, a specific thing in a game, not just games I like. But yes, let's
Well,
go.
but the one category of game that I think you would never play.
Is something
anyways.
with a trick in it? That's not
Anyways,
true.
long story short,
Because Cruise and Blast, I want to play.
that's true. That does have sick tricks. This is the sickest trick shout out.
Wait, can I go too? I want to do it like that too. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Sickest trick.
That's pretty good, right?
I think so.
Okay. Well, rude. That was great.
So this is like I want to talk about games where you can do flips and stuff and tricks. And this year there's been lots of updates to Skater XL and Session, and I didn't even put them on the list because that's kind of like common, I feel like, for early access type games. But that's cool. That's exciting. Tony Hawk's 1 and 2 remake came out on Switch and apparently performs all right. I think it's going to look ugly, but it runs well, which is what you want for a Tony Hawk's. However, I don't know if playing Tony Hawk's on the Joy-Cons mobile, like if, playing handheld would be fun. But I do want to try that someday. But that's not even in my list. What I have on my list is Skate 2, finally backwards compatible for the Xbox One series.
Congratulations.
Seriously, Xbox One and Series X.
To all skate lovers.
Thank you so much. I'm replaying Skate 2. I bought a copy. I now have 3 copies of Skate 1, 2, 3 on 3 different consoles.
Wow.
Well, I have 1, 2, 3 on PS3 because that's where I played originally. And then this backwards compatibility thing started, so I got 1, 2, and 3 on Xbox. I'm kind of a Skate fan.
You might say.
But I actually think the sickest trick shout out should go to Cruise and Blast because you even admitted that you want to play it and you want to do cool flips with your
Well,
car.
True. I want to do cool flips on my
There's
shark.
like if you hit like the wheelie button while you go off a ramp, you just do backflips. If you hit it with the left stick pushed in a direction, you'll do like kick flips or whatever it would be in a car, barrel rolls. It's stupid. It's amazing. It is so fun, and it encompasses what I like about games that have like tricks and flips and stuff. It's just like this is gonna sound so stupid. It's just like party on, dude.
It's just like party on,
It's just
dude.
so fun, and that's why I'm giving my sickest trick shout out to Cruise and Blast.
You can say party on when it comes from the heart like that. It's okay.
Thank you.
As
Party
long as
on.
it comes from the heart.
All right, Grace. Now why don't you party on into
Party
your
on.
category?
For fishing mechanic of the year.
So one thing I started noticing when I
Yeah,
watched
yeah.
your gaming habits is that every game you love and play or spend hundreds of hours in,
Not every game I love.
not every game you love, but a lot of the games you love and you spend hundreds of hours playing seem to have a fishing mechanic. And so as a joke, I said you should have a category that's that. And then,
Yeah, we had it. We had it last year
yeah, I
too.
know, but I'm just saying that's
I
where this
see, I
comes
see.
from.
Yes.
It's not that you necessarily love fishing,
No.
that
I
you've never
don't.
been to a Bass Pro Shop.
Let me just say, I played Moonglow Bay this year. It came out on Game Pass, and I was really excited for it. And that's a really cute, fun game. And it's all about fishing. And it did not get the shout out for Fishing Mechanic of the Year, which is shocking, I would say.
How did you find that game? Did you?
I think that game was, I didn't beat it. So
it's okay.
It's okay.
Okay.
I think it also was kind of buggy, and it's because it, like,
No,
I
it's
played it when it
fishy.
first came out. Anyway, it was a pretty good game. It's cute. I think it kind of ran its course for me at some point. And I was like, not interested. And these days, I think I talked about this. I was trying to practice a little more. I mean, this game is a perfect example. This game really broke me. The game that won this. Shout out. Because I was just like, okay, what's it called? There's a thing. Like when you go too far with something and you've already spent so much time on it so you can't stop because you feel like, well, if I've come this far, even if you're not having fun, that's a thing. It has a word.
It's like captive's disease, but that's not it.
Captives
It's
disease.
like, dude, come on. I know it. I say it a lot. When you like your captive.
No, it's not that. I know
Oh,
what
the
you're talking
principle
about.
of it?
Sunk cost fallacy. This is
Oh,
sunk.
it's not what I was thinking of.
This game that's getting the shout out, I think is when I really discovered that I need to stop thinking about sunk cost fallacy. I mean, the sunk cost fallacy is exactly the problem. I was playing games to the end because I thought, well, I've already played it for 20, 30 hours. It can't be that much longer. It ends up being way longer, especially for JRPGs. I just need to stop playing it. And it became a real thing for this game, which is Tales of Arise. But let me just say, great fishing mechanic. I like abnormally wanted to just get all the fish. So let me describe the fishing mechanic in this game, because at the end of the day, fishing mechanics do not differ that much. But everyone tries to put a spin on it. And every Tales game, I don't know if that's true. I think that there has been other Tales games with fishing. There definitely has. So this one I liked because the way it worked is it gave you a list of all the fish that you could possibly catch in the pond. You got different fishing rods and different baits as you caught more fish, which helped your chances of getting a more rare fish. But what was interesting is that the way you caught the different fish is you pressed different buttons in order. So it was like, if you want to catch a tilapia, do triangle, square, triangle. If you want to catch this cod, do triangle XX, you know? And so you would do that one to try to get that fish. And so you would know immediately if you were going to get it or not, which I liked because I don't like just fishing until you get a fish because you don't know what you're going to get. It's just like a waste of my time.
Was
So I
it
liked
like a time limit? Like you have 1 second to do that combo, or
So it's like you cast your rod in, you get them hooked, and there's like 3 fish on this little bar, and there's not a time limit, but they just don't come unless you do the right combination.
so the 3 fish on the bar are your 3 options that time. So
Yes.
it's slightly random in that regard.
It is slightly random. Sometimes you won't even get the one you need, but you'll know because none of them will come when you call.
Right.
Basically.
That is cool. So
I thought it was interesting.
It keeps the random chance part of fishing
Yeah, but it
while
adds a
adding
little more control.
You get 3 options now
Yeah.
rather than just one that you.
Right, because some of the
Yeah.
randomness is affected by the fishing rod you're using and the bait type.
Yeah.
So I really liked the fishing mechanic in
That
Tales of
sounds
Arise.
cool, actually.
But I did not beat Tales of Arise. I had to drop that game because, oh my god, that game, first of all, is incredibly long, and it's so insanely funny that the title screen comes after like 60 hours. Like that's
Yeah.
unironically hilarious,
Yowie,
and it
yowie.
made me cry. So
Do people really Like, is it just a couple of loud
My
diehards?
brother played this game and loved it, and he was really upset that I didn't beat it. I can tell he judged me for that. He won't listen to this.
It's so interesting to me that someone wants to play hundreds of hours of a thing when you can tell it's being put, like, when you can tell there's parts. I guess I shouldn't say this. I haven't played the game. I'm assuming there are parts that drag on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like long dungeons.
You know, I'm playing a JRPG right now called Shin Megami Tensei 5 on the Switch. And let me just say, I'm really enjoying it. I keep wanting to go back and play. I'm 70 hours in. And I'm
so
actually...
it's clearly possible.
Yeah, I can tell I'm actually kind of close to the end.
Xenoblade. I love Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Yeah, I felt like all of that was fun.
Yeah, so to me, it's like you guys are defending...
I mean, they might have had fun. Some things work for different people, but for me, it did not work in so many ways that I was like... I felt being punished by playing that game, even though it was up to me to just stop playing it. So that's where I really like, that's where in this year I started dropping games super fast. And I was like, oh, like I can do this. I can drop a game and it's better for me.
I'm a big time dropper.
Yeah, Craig is a big time dropper. I like beating games because it makes me feel accomplished, even though that's fake. So
I'm accomplished in real things. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean,
like,
not me.
Like spatula, like flipping the spatula in my hand and catching it.
All right, let's move on to our next category, which is another new one for this year, but one that won't be surprising considering what we've talked about for all the episodes this year as well.
Yes.
Ready? We'll do it. 3, 2, 1.
We
Gamepass.
suck at this.
Okay, that was my bad. But can we do Gamepass Hypetrain next? Because I kind of had an intro for it. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Gamepass Hypetrain.
Okay. So we loved Game Pass this year.
Game Pass, y'all. Get it.
That's all we have to say. Okay, next one. So there's some games that we wanted to shout out that are on Game Pass currently, right? At least the one mine that I'm mentioning.
They should be still. It does change quite a bit. I'm sorry if they're gone by the time this episode airs.
They stay on for a good
I thought someone said they stay on for a year, and I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, I think there's an unspoken idea that we all think it's just about a year at least.
But this is like the most apt thing. This is the shout outs that we do at the end of the year, and we are shouting out that you need to get Game Pass so you can check these out. Like you...
Dude, are you a shill?
I feel like it a little bit.
Yeah, you should, because you are.
Like if they made Game Pass merch, and I know they do, so I shouldn't even open my mouth, but I want to wear it. No, the Xbox merch is kind of good. It's like kind of good.
So what were some of the games that you thought like these are the
Flight Simulator? You should play that. I'm just kidding. Most people are not going to enjoy that. But the fact that you can play Flight Simulator on Game Pass and you pay $0, well, you pay for the Game Pass, but you know what I mean. And also Next Space Rebels, which is the one you were referencing earlier.
Oh yeah. The one where you build
model rockets, and then you have a YouTube channel and you do challenges, and it's really good. It's so fun. I watched
a streamer play that game. It's literally really funny because sometimes you just like the rocket goes absolutely nowhere, but then the video will go viral because it's such a fail, and it's like this is hilarious and true.
The one thing I don't like about it is that the rockets behave differently every time you launch.
But I think it's because it's supposed to be
And maybe
goofy.
that's just because it's early in the thing. No, because right now I have a challenge to knock over a toilet with a rocket, to knock over a porta potty. But there is no way, currently where I'm at, I could not figure out a way to...
It may be because you have to unlock stuff with different challenges first.
I could not figure out a way to strategically launch in that direction every time. That's not true. I can get it in that direction. But the takeoff is so different every time that I'm like, this is not possible. Still, though, you should play that game. I think it's cool. There is so much to play. Halo is on there, which is just on there. All the Gears games.
One game I played recently and beat and really, really liked was Unsighted, which was like a Metroidvania RPG. Yeah. Great game, made by a team in Brazil. And I really liked the characters in the world. I had to turn off the time limit because I'm baby, but I really liked the combat. It was really fun.
And isn't that Mega Man Battle Network game on there?
It is. I haven't tried it yet, though.
Which one? Do you remember the name of that?
What? No.
It's like a new... Crosscode you played. You played a ton of games on Game Pass this year, and I think it's so awesome.
Yeah.
I really
Crosscode was also really good.
So no one's actually the... Game Pass is the recipient this year. The shout-out goes to Game Pass.
We just kind of shout out games we liked, but yeah. All right. Next is 3, 2, 1...
We suck at this.
Dat, dat, dat. Unrailed.
Unrailed. We don't even have other things to shout out.
We got real derailed and
We
Unrailed,
got
am I right?
derailed by Unrailed. We're not good at that game.
To be fair, I do feel like the game works against you also.
Well, this is a shout out for good thing. This is
Okay,
we're
you're right,
taking
you're
the
right,
blame
you're right,
here.
you're right,
I
you're
do
right.
think Unrailed is interesting.
It is interesting.
But
I think...
man, we weren't very... It wasn't...
Okay, I just
didn't
want to
work.
say,
It
I
didn't
do
work.
feel like I was better than Craig at this. Craig, you had a problem. You were very stressed out by this game. You know what's shocking? When we play games, you're way more stressed than I am almost entirely for most games. What's that about?
Because I'm a gamer, dude. Games are my
Dude,
life.
Ben Gamer worked on Spider-Man. Shouts out to that guy.
He could be a piece of shit. We really shouldn't shout
Okay,
out
sorry,
random
I'm
people
sorry.
in the credits.
I'm sorry. You're right.
But you already did it. So shout out of the year to the coolest last name. Some guy we saw in the Spider-Man credits whose last name was Gamer.
And Craig whispered to me, he must be the chosen one.
Yeah.
That was funny. I had a little giggle. Okay, so Unrailed, you know what? Interesting game. We just were not good at it, and that's because Craig was not good at it.
That's
so,
why this is
moving
called...
on.
Hey. This
Yeah.
is called We Suck at This, because between the two of us...
No, you're right. A team is only as strong as its weakest
and
member.
I was weak at that one.
Craig, the weakest link,
I'm
obviously.
okay with that. I've grown.
Look,
and
I
accepted.
love that you accepted. Acceptance is a big part of this podcast, guys. I just want you to know.
That's true.
It is true. Acceptance. It's okay to be bad at things. It's really okay. Because you don't have to be good at everything. In fact, sometimes it's not fun to want to be good at things.
Just don't be on my Monster Hunter team. That's all.
Fair enough. Well, now we're getting back to toxicity.
Acceptance and accepting that sometimes you're toxic.
Yeah. Okay, should I do me or you now? I don't even know what rotation we're at.
Next category is our individual S ranks. So I'm going to go first. Craig's S rank. So of these 3 games, these are what I decided to give the shout outs to. One of these is my favorite of the bunch. However, it's an honor just to be nominated, you know?
Yeah, totally.
Monster Hunter Rise. I freaking love that game. I think that's clear. If you've been listening, I think that's very clear. I think about it almost every day. I don't play it that often, but I want to. The new Pokemon Snap. I think people forgot about that game. And I think that game was so fun.
Yeah, you haven't gone back to play the DLC, though.
I have. Oh, I absolutely
you did?
have. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Hence why it's on my S rank list. And man, spoiler, it's not on yours, is it?
Wow. It's okay.
I think that game was amazing.
It was
really
like
good. Such a good modern remake of the other one.
It had so many good moments.
Yeah.
That just made you so
every
gleeful, like a
run
child.
made you happy.
Yeah.
And it had good random stuff. I mean, I don't know how random it is. You could probably figure that out, but more stuff was happening than in the original.
Oh, definitely.
But the one that I'm giving my shout out to is Deathloop, because I generally, and I know this is weird because I've been talking about playing Halo and stuff, I generally don't play first-person shooters. I've never played Dishonored. I've never played Prey. But I played Deathloop because I was interested in the looping mechanic and, whatever.
We love a looper.
I love a loop. I love a good loop.
I love a good loop.
Except for Fruit Loops.
That's why you also like Halo. I think it's just you like games with shooting games with loops in them.
I was like, yo, there ain't loops. And it's all
a loop,
I love loops. I love backflips, which are kind of like loops. I love roller coasters that do loops.
Yeah.
But I don't like Fruit Loops.
He's a real looper.
I don't like the movie
What
Looper
about
either.
Apple Jacks?
Apple Jacks, I also don't like because Kellogg's. Shout out to Post and General Mills and not Kellogg's.
Okay, are you done?
Basically,
Okay.
I just want to say still, because we already talked about it, you should play Deathloop. It's so cool.
I just need to say
The story, though,
yeah. When the little bit I've listened, the dialogue made me annoyed. So like,
yes. I actually legitimately, if you Grace, you listener, anybody are gonna start this game, designate like 2 hours to start and really get into the game, because I played about 20 minutes and came back to it, and then I played about 30 minutes and I was not feeling it, and I think that was a bad way to start the game.
yeah,
I think you should get to the actual kind of crux of the game before in your first session. It's not a long.
I see.
It's not a long thing, and the voices, yes, were annoying. I think half of that was because it was coming out of the controller, so it was like really loud.
Yeah.
You know? The voice acting's fine. I actually it's good, but I don't know if it needed to be there. But they tone it down.
Okay.
But like when you start getting more into the middle and end of the game, there's a lot less of that,
Okay.
kind of. Or I'm just used to it. I don't remember.
Well, I might
Anyways,
still
play
try.
Deathloop. Craig's S rank, Deathloop. Grace, do you have an S rank?
Oh, do I? Well, first of all, let me talk about some of my favorite games I played this year. Okay, so first of all, this one's is coming out on Switch next year. So it was at the end of the Nintendo Indie. Did you watch the Nintendo Indie list last week?
Oh yeah.
So at the end of it, oh my god. By the way, when the song started playing, I legit almost started to cry. That's also another really good OST. It's Omori, has a great soundtrack as well, but like you know when a song can like just immediately get that emotional thing out of you, like it's a good OST. So that game's really great. It's similar-ish to like Undertale Earthbound like RPG. It's very dark, so I don't recommend it. If you like, you should look into the themes of the game before you play because it's pretty intense, but it's sort of like a psychological horror game. I really, really enjoyed it. I played it at the very beginning of this year.
Do you think it'll is it a game you can play on Switch? How
Yes,
mousy?
I
How
do.
mousy is it?
Definitely. No,
Okay.
no, no. You can definitely play this game on Switch. I think you should. I think that'd be fun. A fun way to play it. So it's really interesting. It's a cool game. Okay, the next I talked about a little bit because of the biggest bot, but Deltarune Chapter 2, just loved it. It's like it's like 4 to 6 hours, and every second of it I had an amazing time. So that's how I know it's a great game. Like at this point in my life, a short game where every minute of it is really good is a great game. And so the next one being Unpacking is another one of those games where it was very short, but I really enjoyed it. And that's one where I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's very indie. And you essentially are unpacking boxes and
Hey,
you
by
think, Grace, that sounds boring and I hate moving. And it's like, I hear you, man, but I'm a special person and I like putting things in order.
It's
And-
really good though. I also agree. I
so
kind of
good.
also wish it was on my S rank, but also
Did you beat it?
it's on Game Pass.
Did you beat it?
I think I did. So I was trying to play one level a day,
I don't think you beat it. If you
and then
don't
I
know.
got busy.
Yeah.
Like we traveled, I think.
You should beat
for
it.
holiday for Thanksgiving or something. And I think I still have one level to play, so I am actually gonna do that.
They put so much care into this game. Like they recorded like hundreds of Foley sound effects. I was
Thousands.
reading about that. Yeah, so much for every object and the way every object sounds on every surface and what happens when you shake it. And it's amazing. And you're also following the story without any dialogue or writing of the person who's moving every time. And like you can follow their story through the items they take and the rooms that they're in. So really great game, really interesting.
And part of the game is putting the right stuff in the right room,
Yeah.
but you can actually turn that off.
You can?
Yeah, because
I didn't know that. I personally liked it because I always was curious what it was going to tell me I
Me
did
too.
wrong. I was like, what did I do wrong this
Yeah,
time?
but I think it's cool you can turn it off because there were not many, but there were some where I was like, "Yo, it
Yeah.
does absolutely make sense." I would put this
That's
here.
really great to hear you can turn that off, but because it gives you that freedom. However, I do think it was a little bit part of the story for some of those objects. And I don't want to talk about like some of the things because I feel like that's part of the fun and the surprise is to play the game and find out all the
Literally,
stuff.
you pull them out of the boxes one at a time.
Yes.
Oh, a salt shaker.
It's so good, and it sounds really boring, but it's really cute, and you should check it out. It only sounds boring just because it's like, yeah, you're taking things out of boxes, and in real life you don't want to do that, but in a game you would. And then my S rank of the year is The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, which because I'm just the biggest Ace Attorney fan, this game was amazing. I think it was my favorite Ace Attorney like pair of games out of all of them. It was so well written. The characters are so good. You need to play this, Craig.
This year, I feel like I forgot 2 games to put on here. One of them being Phoenix Wright 1, 2, 3 collection. Whatever
Yeah,
that
I
thing's
got him
called.
to play these games.
I didn't think I wasn't gonna like it. Where you asked me to play it, and I played it, and I only played the first one so far. I know, took me a while, but I really like that game. So I'm excited to get to this one.
Yeah.
The-
And it was fun to get you to play it because you're not a visual novel person anyway. And this is sort of on the end of this visual novel spectrum. It's like in the middle because there's gameplay.
Yeah.
There's puzzles. So I like that a lot. And I
do
think
once
it's
in a
great.
while. It's a little long. There's a part where I'm just like, I just kind of want to see the case. I don't need to go back into recess out in the courtyard or whatever in the hallway and talk again. I don't know, but that's like such a minor.
Well, some of
complaint.
them definitely like are not as good as the other cases. Like some cases are weaker, but what I'm trying to say about Great Ace Attorney Chronicles is they're all so strong and they all connect back to each other and even to the first game. So it's like this huge overarching story, and it's so good.
There's another lawyer law game I played this year I forgot about, Lost Judgment.
Oh, look
And
at you.
I didn't shout it out partially because it's kind of just more Yakuza and Judgment, but it is a really good game. I really had fun playing it.
Yeah.
And it makes me think, what if they made a game that's kind of like a more open world Phoenix Wright? Like 3D, walking around,
Be interesting.
and you're picking up crime scene stuff.
I do think the Ace Attorney fans wouldn't like it that much
Well,
because
spin it
we're
off.
very, spin-off.
It's a spin-off, and it's his dream.
I
and he
heard
fell
that
asleep in it.
the Leighton Phoenix game, which is not out in the US officially, is also really fun. And it's a little more
I
spin-off-y.
want new Leighton. I really do.
I
think
was
Leighton
gonna
could
say
use an
also
overhaul.
that if I had to, none of these are JRPGs. Well, they're Omori and Deltarune are RPGs, but I would also say SMT5 is really, really good. And I haven't beaten it yet, and this is like my end of the year game. So if you are like on the fence about it, I've never beaten or gone through an SMT game fully, and this one is great. So I
Wait.
really recommend it for fans of Persona that want something a little more. It's not story focused at all. Like, first of all, I also realize I'm kind of like not giving any shits about the dialogue. I don't even care. I just kind of mash through it. I don't know why. I'm just enjoying the combat and the
cool.
world so much that it's just like, oh no, I want to fight some demons.
What about the dialogue of talking to demons?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all good. The writing's all really good. It's not like I'm complaining about the story. It's just I don't care personally.
Monster Rancher 1 and 2 DX. That's also out recently. There's another one I forgot to mention. I think that game's great.
I'm so glad you had so many shout outs during my essay. No, I'm just
sorry.
kidding. No, it's good. I'm glad you got all your games out that you forgot because it's important.
But your shout out goes to the Great Ace Attorney
Yes.
Chronicles with Hairlock Sholmes.
Dude, Hairlock Sholmes, so good. Such a good game. Everyone could play it. You don't need to play any of the originals to enjoy it at all. And I can tell you that for a fact. I've played through them all. Like, even if I don't even know if there were Easter eggs. If there were, I barely noticed them. So it's all good. It's all good. So now we get to our the final category. Should we say it together?
I mean, that's in the spirit of the whole thing. I feel like
Okay.
we should.
Now,
Here's the thing.
I was about to do it. What, you want to call it something else?
I think it should be called the Saves Together S rank.
Okay, I think that's a great
Because
idea.
on the chart, let's do what we have on the sheet. Ready? Our favorite co-op experience.
That's
But
boring.
That's so boring.
Yeah, let's do it again.
We're
Ready?
so cool. What if we call it the Triple S? The Saves Together Triple S?
But did it get a triple S? I don't
That
want to
doesn't
be
matter.
wrong. It matters to me.
All right, S rank experience.
Saves Together
S rank.
S rank.
All right.
Okay.
Saves Together's S
rank.
rank. This is going to be either awful, all of those that we did this whole episode, or cool.
Hey, that's life. So, first of these is It Takes Two. This is an honorable mention. We have 2 honorable mentions. It Takes Two. We really liked that game.
We do. Why people like it so
Didn't like it that much.
I didn't like
but
it that much,
Liked
but-
it enough that I think it was a very fun co-op experience.
For
There's
co-op?
a lot of co-op stuff in that game.
It's incredible.
It's all about that co-op.
But
Story-wise,
story's kind of lame.
wild choices were made.
And it's not like the game is that.
Although if you go back and listen to our episode about this, we really
You turn around on it
go
a bit.
all around
Yeah.
the roller coaster on this game because
Hence, It's a Craig
I think we
looping
decided
game.
it's so maybe we were wrong all along, and it's actually the most artistic
It's
and
the
purposeful
most
thing ever
incredible,
done.
yeah.
The book was thrown in the trash, therefore they were given garbage the whole time, and they were being told garbage things, and we just didn't
Go
know.
listen to the episode. Don't give away the goose for free, or whatever.
The
say.
goose egg, the golden goose egg. Okay.
Don't gobble the goose for nothing.
If you haven't tried It Takes Two, I think it
You
is on
should.
Game Pass.
Yeah.
And you should
Is it?
try it. Okay,
should
you know
play.
what was funny for the Game Awards is that it was nominated for Best Family Game, and I totally disagree because first of all,
Don't play that
it's
with your
two
kid.
people. Okay,
Yeah.
family can be 2 people, that's fine. But it's about divorce.
Family game
So even if you play it with one other person, it's like, are we getting divorced?
Yeah, family game in that context is supposed to be like
no stress.
easy-ish, or a little more like anyone can play it.
It's not supposed to make
Which
you
is true for the games,
existentially crisis over your
But
relationships.
the story is about a family falling apart.
Yeah.
And there are things kids probably would not want to see in there.
You murder.
You murder a nice little baby elephant. And moving on, the second honorable mention, Sackboy: A Big Adventure, which I kind of forgot how much fun I had.
Sackboy and Lava Girl, A Big Adventure. That game was really fun. The rhythm levels are so good in that game.
Yeah.
Those are our favorites.
It makes me miss Little Big Planet, and I really... Can we get a new Little Big Planet? I understand Dreams is like a cool, wild concept.
I'm getting a response. No.
Oh, okay. Well, in that sense...
Are they done making those games?
They've been just making Dreams, so I don't know.
Dreams is done though, dude.
No, they still update it. They still update it, and they do like,
Really?
community. The community's relatively active. I don't know how big it is.
Wow. That's
there
cool.
is
I mean, that's cool though.
A Dreams
It's a
community.
cool game.
But and maybe this one's kind of obvious.
It's a little obvious.
But you know what? Sometimes life's obvious. And our Saves Together S rank shout out goes to. You want to say?
Oh, Monster Hunter Rise.
That's right.
Rise
And
of the hunters that hunt monsters.
I don't know if there's much we have to say about it that we haven't already said.
Yeah, I feel like we
If
talked
you
about it too
didn't
much.
know this was going to be our S rank, you don't listen.
Did Monster Hunter World win?
Yes.
Okay.
So
well,
I do feel a little bad about this. But I don't, because it's the
No,
only
it is what it is.
co-op game we played this year that I think about daily.
I think it's interesting because before we played games together, I never played a Monster Hunter game, never considered myself someone who would ever play a Monster Hunter game. And that's because it was pretty inaccessible before World.
Yes.
And so it was cool for this. This is like kind of our game together. We both came in at the same time. There's no judgments about how someone is doing because it's like we're learning together. We're at the same level, I feel.
And that was a little foreshadowing for an upcoming episode that we might do.
Yeah, it would be interesting.
Stay
It'd be
tuned.
certainly an armchair therapy
Stay tuned.
episode if we did that. Okay. Yes, Monster Hunter Rise is a good game.
It's
and
a
if
great
you
game.
are still somehow on the fence and listening to us about Monster Hunter, you should check it out.
You
Just
should check it
try.
out. But I understand if you don't like it. That's one thing about the Monster
Totally.
Hunter series. If you don't like it, it's...
Then go play a Takes Two and Sackboy Adventure, you big baby.
You
big baby, you little
You baby.
See, toxic game. It also
It
wins
all
Toxic
loops
Gamer.
around. And
The
with
fact that our best co-op experience is our Toxic Gamer honorable mention is really funny. It's like, so we're the Toxic Gamer.
This is the year when we took our heel turn, everybody.
Yeah, we're evil now. Sorry.
Stay tuned to Saves Only Us, not you. Saves Exclusion. I don't know. What would the evil, Nega Saves Together?
Oh.
Dark Saves Together. Dark Saves Together begins in February. Thanks, everybody, for listening.
Thanks for listening.
But do you want to...
I don't think I have anything else to say. I was maybe going to shout out some stuff, but I feel like I'll just go on. Anyway, you should watch What We Do in the Shadows.
Here's the deal. Let's run through real quick. Two things I didn't get to talk about that I wanted to talk about: Hot Wheels Unleashed and The Good Life. Okay, now you talk about things you didn't get to talk about.
What We Do in the Shadows, good show. Succession, good show.
Anime, real quick.
Anime, Odd Taxi,
Boji's
Osama Ranking.
Ranking of Kings.
There's one more. Oh, Sunny
Sunny
Boy.
Boy.
Sunny Boy.
Good anime.
Komi-san Can't Communicate, pretty good. Beastars season 2. I think that was this year. Okay, that's my anime.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Which kind of is last year, but also the beginning of this year.
Yes.
Demon Slayer had a big old turnaround. Mugen Train.
Dude.
What?
It had turned on for us.
Yeah. That's true.
It
Most
didn't
people
turn around for
recognized that it was good, but it
Yeah.
took till Mugen Train in theaters
For
for
us
me to
to
be
like
like,
it.
wait a minute. I think Demon Slayer's good.
Yeah, season 2 is airing now. It's very good. So, okay, that's it. That's 2021. Now ready
That's
for
2021.
2022.
2022 is coming. Actually, no. Well, yes, but by the
It's
time you're
here.
listening to this, it's already here, guys. 2022. That's the
Better than ever.
best. We're gonna have a good. This is gonna be a good one. I can feel it. We're gonna come out of all the things we're in that we don't want to be, and I just know it. I just know it.
Manifesting good energies.
Yes, I am.
So,
It's gonna happen.
okay.
We're gonna have a good year.
Let's go manifest some lunch.
Let's
What
go
do you
manifest
say?
some lunch. I'm hungry. I didn't even have breakfast, you guys.
All right. Bye. Do you remember Cyber City? Can you play it in your head right now? Go ahead. Sing it.
Beep, boop, boop, beep, boop.
Nope, wrong. Totally wrong. So there you go. Proving my point.